Welcome to another episode of Make Me Good at Golf, a golfing podcast where three friends get together and try and improve their game of golf. And we're inviting you along for the ride. Joining me today, Mr. 71, Damien Fleming.
Highest test score, lowest golfing score, baby.
Just in case anyone wasn't across that. And Mr. 43, Peter Elliott.
Thank you very much. Great to be on Make Me Good at Golf, where three mates are just trying to get good at golf. We want you to come along for the ride.
What's wrong with improving?
And
getting better.
And it's a long ball Lehmo here introducing himself.
Long ball
Lehmo. I'm
Lehmo.
very excited to introduce our very special guest today, a Queenslander, or maybe she calls herself a Victorian now. We'll find out shortly.
No way.
A star junior cricketer, Damien Fleming.
Yeah, I know this.
We will get to that shortly, but an even bigger star in the AFLW, playing for Brisbane, St Kilda and the Mighty Hawks. Three of the best games you'll ever see. That's what she told us before the show. Now dominating radio, TV and podcasting, and has just taken up golf. Is there anything she can't do? Kate McCarthy, welcome to Make Me Good at Golf.
Thank you for having me, guys. And
Yes,
I said three of
Kate.
the worst games for Hawthorn, just so you know, just for
Sorry,
the
I
record.
just-
All
I
right.
just get a bit jumbled.
In case listeners are on YouTube now, go, I need to see these games.
yeah, don't look for them. No.
So push more to the Brisbane games. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, definitely. Yes. Very good early.
They say you can't put a price on family. Well, Dan Murphy's respectfully disagrees. This Father's Day, they've got wine for Dad under $30 or spirits under $50. All at everyday low prices. And as a dad myself, I can confirm a good drop goes a long way. So whether you've planned ahead or very much leaving it to the last minute, no judgment. Nobody beats Dan Murphy's. Found it cheaper? They'll beat it. T's and C's apply. Choose to drink wise.
You were all Australian in your first year.
I was, yes. Before anyone else could play footy, I was good.
You got in early. Oh, everyone was still working it out.
And taken quite late in the draft, I saw.
Yeah.
So value for money.
Yeah, well, I didn't start playing till I was like 22.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So there's all the other sports you were playing.
Yeah, pretty much as I was growing up, because there was no women's footy. To start with, like, women's footy in Queensland wasn't huge. The Lions three-peat, a lot of people enjoyed that. And then from there, it wasn't like, it's rugby league heartland. Well, it was. A bit of that's changed now. But yeah, I didn't watch footy, didn't grow up playing it, just took it on late.
So what was that? What are your memories of that first year in the AFL?
Incredible. Like, I remember just like that feeling of like wearing an AFL jersey and like being like, wow, this is insane. I think like our first preseason, it was just all thrown together. Like really, we were all on the fly. No one had facilities for any of their clubs because no one had needed extra change rooms, extra space in the gym, anything really. I think we had one training singlet for 4 days a week training. I was teaching all day, training all night. Wow. I'd get home and chuck my one singlet in a 5-minute wash so I could get to bed quicker. And yeah, like it was so incredible to have the opportunity to play at an AFL club and to be one of the first sort of running out in a Brisbane Lions jumper on the women's side of things, and something that I remember super fondly, probably more fondly if we ended up winning the grand final, not losing it, but that's all right. You can't win them all, can you?
That's okay. You learn life's lessons from these tough breaks.
Do you live in the what if space? Like, obviously, very fortunate. 22, it came out at a time where you could play, but do you think, geez, if it had been around when I was younger and I could have played it from a really young age, like, and dreamt of it earlier, what that would have been like?
Yeah, I actually haven't really thought a whole lot like that, but I think for me, I sort of see it as like, what if it had happened 5 years later and then I never would have, and my whole career would be different. Like, I wouldn't be working where I'm working. There's no way if I hadn't played footy, I wouldn't have found the love of it. I wouldn't have become a bit of a nerd of the game. Like, it would never have happened. So I'm grateful it happened when it did. And to think sort of even further back, not really. Like, I had other opportunities, other pathways that I chose sort of not to pursue for career reasons, for other reasons. It all just happened really, in my opinion, for me at the perfect time. Yes, not the perfect time to make a whole lot of money out of it or anything like that, but I think the affinity that I have with it and the feeling of being able to be one of the first is something that's so special that people probably would love to have the opportunity to do, maybe.
Yeah. And Kate, what about the other sports? So were you underage state cricketer?
Yes, I was
playing. Was it Beth Mooney?
Yeah,
was
I was playing
teammate?
with Jess
and
Jonathan.
What
Beth
other
Mooney.
sport did you play, and how high did you get? And then where was the change into the AFL?
So I was playing cricket was my first sport. Then touch footy, which I think people call touch rugby down here. I don't know. People don't play touch footy in Victoria.
So it's no. Or if people do play it, they just don't admit to it.
Yes, that's
Down
true.
here,
Yeah.
How is it going?
Yeah.
How are you going with that?
In your seniors touch rugby.
But in like Queensland and New South Wales, it's massive because rugby league is so big and not everyone wants to play a contact sport. And it's actually a really entertaining game to watch and to play. And then I did athletics as well, but just sort of on the side to be quicker for touch. And ended up running at quite a high level. I was watching the Com Games the other day, and
you were the one watching.
The one. So I watched one day of it. Yes,
there were two. I was watching the Com Games as
across the
well.
wonderful screens of Channel 7, obviously, which it was huge on that. But I sort of saw the 200 metre heats, and I was like, I actually could have got a run in this when I was in grade 11.
What sorts of times were you doing?
Well, my best time for 100 was 12:06, but that was
sharp. At what age?
At like year 11, so under 16s.
Wow.
And I had never picked up a weight in my life. I never did any gym. I did training twice a week for it.
So where did that put you in the state?
I think I came 6th at the Pan Packs, like the junior Pan Packs, which was Pan Pacific.
Representing Australia.
Yeah, representing Queensland at like the youth Pan Packs, which was like nationals, but then a few other countries came over as well.
Right, and then the 200?
The 200, I can't remember. I think it was like 24. I can't remember the exact time. I looked it up while I was watching the race, though, just to actually see if I could have been somewhere at the Com Games. And
Wow, what about
I love that. That's cool. See, I still do a bit of that as well. I was a 400 metre runner.
Yes.
So I compare my times. I was watching the World Junior Athletics Championships on 7 Mate over the weekend.
Actually, I found my
comparing times.
That may be one of the most embarrassing things you said on the podcast.
You're comparing to juniors. How'd you go against the juniors?
No, I stopped running when I was 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
I found my Commonwealth Games silver medal a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, you did? Yes.
No, I was cleaning up around the house. So,
Yeah. Excellent.
So you guys keep dreaming. Now,
Let's go to cricket.
Kate, cricket.
Yes.
Yeah. So you know how you've seen, we'll talk more about the AFLW and how much you've seen it improve over the last few years. What about cricket when you were going through? Did you see the improvement in that too? Because the Australian women's team are
phenomenal.
Arguably our best sporting team.
Yeah, they are. I'm pretty sure numbers-wise, they are the most successful sporting team that Australia has had in anything.
I would argue they're the most successful national sporting team globally of any sport.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Find me a national team in it. You can choose the sport. Some people say that you come back at me with the All Blacks, but seriously, see if you can find one who's been as successful.
Yeah, I might have a look at that
as the Australian women's
What
cricket
about those
team.
people who always come back with him with the All Blacks? They're very interesting, those people, aren't they? Hey.
What about the All Blacks?
Actually, it's a good point.
He's one of those people.
But cricket-wise, yes.
What type of player were you?
So I bowled leg spin, but I was a number 3 bat. So I batted high up the order.
So you're Warney Ponting all in one? My God, Kate.
You said that, not me. Well, I'd always get a bowl, first of all, because I was the captain, and second of all, because no one else bowled leg spin. Like there was very few
Wickets.
girls that bowled leg spin. And yeah, I think cricket was the first sport that as an underage athlete, you didn't have to pay for anything, which was incredible. So when you represented Queensland, it was all funded by Cricket Australia, which the money filters down through the pathways.
Yeah,
so
awesome.
any national competition you played, you didn't have to pay for. So mum and dad were stoked when I chose cricket. They were more than happy to support that. But I sort of went through playing under 15s, a little bit of second 11 stuff for Queensland as well. And then it got to the point where I was studying teaching. I was then sort of doing placement and working Monday to Friday and then still giving up all day Sunday to play cricket was becoming a bit much. And
Was this before WBBL?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay,
before all of that,
yeah.
so I was playing for Sandgate Redcliffe in Queensland and just playing club cricket. And sort of the next step up was the Queensland Fire when that was the premier competition in sort of female cricket pathways.
Did you ever come across Ash Barty playing cricket?
I didn't. No, she crossed over and played WBBL for the first couple of seasons. Yep. But I'd sort of stepped out of it before then. But a lot of the girls that I played with coming through all play for sort of Australia, other sort of states or franchises for WBBL.
Where the
now.
game keeps giving, doesn't it?
Oh.
You follow their careers
It's so
all the
good.
way through.
Yeah. So
and
now
what
I
was the
commentate
gap
a bit of
between
cricket as well.
cricket finishing and then getting into AFL?
Probably would have been a couple of years. I was just playing touch and trying to find something else. And a friend of mine started playing AFL and just said, come down to one of our training sessions. And I didn't think I could play because I have a pacemaker and I didn't think I wasn't allowed to play really. They were told you can do anything but not contact sport. And then I went to training and just loved it and was like, and of course this was before AFLW said the team was short on the weekend, like obviously. And they were like, do you want to play? And I was like, oh, I don't know if I can. I was like, I will, but no one can tell my mum to start with. Like she can't find out. And I'll just sit in the goal square so I won't get any contact. Like I'll just sort of sneak down there. Anyway, I went on and I reckon I spent like 2 minutes in the goal square. I was like, this is so boring. Like I'm going up the field and finding the footy and played, got very little contact and like just loved it. And then from then on I was like, okay, like I need to make a plan to go to my cardiologist to get cleared to play this because I really want to keep playing because it was just like the ultimate team game. I don't think there's a sport really that exists that's as much reliant on your teammates as footy. Like you can have a really good player and still, except for maybe Collingwood and Nick Dacos, and still need to be good across the board.
Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of team sports where it all relies on having one superstar.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, certainly basketball, you go to your superstar.
NFL, you've got your superstar quarterback.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting.
So anyway, we'll work our way through all the teams
all sports.
in future podcasts.
Curling.
Well, I don't know. You're only as good as your sweeper, aren't you?
That's right.
Lacrosse, anyone?
We're putting out T-shirts to say you're only as good as your sweeper.
And what about the tick-off? To be able to be played.
Yeah, well, I went to my cardiologist and he wasn't phased. He was like, nah, I think you'll be fine. He's like, the only time I've ever seen one damaged is in like a high-speed car crash where like the seat belt was across that side of the patient.
Wow. How long, just stop us if we're getting too personal,
No,
how long had you had a pacemaker for?
So I got one put in when I was 11. So I had a few different episodes throughout my childhood where I'd almost look like I had a seizure, but I'd pass out and lose consciousness. And then sort of it only would happen every like once to 3 years kind of thing. It was really intermittent. They worked out I had a heart blockage. And then one day when I was at school in like year 7, I had one at school, had one in the ambulance and just kept happening and happening. I think I had 7 or 8 that day. Oh, wow. And then they put a pacemaker in the next day. So
and you've been cherry ripe?
Absolutely. Since
then?
Yep.
Oh, fantastic.
Right. And before we get into golf, a couple other sporting questions. As you were clearly very sporty upbringing.
Yes.
Bedroom wall as a kid, posters on the wall. Who did you have?
Matthew Hayden.
Big Doss.
Big Doss.
Yes.
The what was it? Was it 388 against
380? Yeah.
380, yeah, and that was the poster. So
him
with the bat salute, the helmet in the hand, and then the wagon wheel of the scores.
Oh, yes, I love it. I love it.
Because you've always you have a great analytical brain with sport. Has that always been the case? I mean, the fact that you had a wagon wheel of
that was just like the lift out from the cricket magazine that I got. But yeah, I do. And I think sort of being a captain early in cricket, like you have to, like you have to be like 3 or 4 steps ahead. You have to be thinking, okay, where's this batter scoring? Who am I bowling from the other end? They've already bowled this many. And that's at like, under 12s, I was sort of captaining and having to think of all those things. And that's tough when you're playing a sport that's a team sport, but you still need to know so much that's going on. And I reckon that sort of set the tone of like working out what was going on in a game to try and, I guess get ahead of it. And I reckon I sort of just cricket and being a captain kind of made me that way in sport and want to work out how and why and what was going on and how to fix it or how to improve it. So I think that's probably what set the tone early for being such a, I guess, just like really absorbed in the analytics of a lot of sports as well.
Well, you become really quickly, I think, one of the most informative, refreshing voices in the AFL community. Genuinely, I think you're stunning to listen to. Like, you always hit the nail on the head.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think I also see it differently because I've come through a different pathway. Like a lot of the football clubs, they all like they want to be the best, but they're all carbon copies of each other because there's a reason they're all very good is because they all run off a similar system. They know what works, they know what doesn't, within sort of different nuances of that, obviously. But I've come from somewhere that's not that. Like I've come from a women's program where, let's be honest, in the first year it was kick and hope. Like we were out there, we were all doing our best. We were as fit as we could be. a lot of us had not grown up playing football, so our skills were questionable. But it was all right, like we need to work out what's going to work. No one knew what would work in women's football because it had never been played at that level before. And then as it evolved, the tactics evolved, and I was part of it as it happened. So I come from that background, not being going to be drafted at 16. So this is the game style you play. This is what we do when we get to the top level. This is how our club functions. And I think seeing it from a different light as well, and also having a bit of a different perspective, like, yes, footy is my job and I enjoyed doing it, but footy's not the end of the world. Like having a bad day at footy is not the end of the world.
I've always said to my kids, when the Pies lose, you can be sad for 2 minutes and then you get on with the rest of your life.
There's still life out there.
And the next week, we'll see what we can do.
And did they say, Dad, why are you still down? What's going on?
Dad, it's been half an hour.
What I say?
It's been 2 days.
Yeah, exactly. You make a good point though, Kate, because there's so much cross-pollination now between upper management and footy departments that they inevitably the clubs become the same.
And they all want to be the best. So if someone's got something that works, like Geelong's football program that has this lifestyle balance, every other club's now tried to work out how they got that so good and how can we replicate that? How can we make sure that our group is applied but we still give them enough time off? And it is like they're all very similar. And then even like the movement of players, of coaches, of administrators throughout different organisations.
Yeah.
And I think the thing that's probably highlighted that the most is like this recent chat around James Hird. Should he coach when he hasn't done it for so long? Well, if all he's done is coach, all his experience is in football. He's gone out and actually worked other jobs and got different experience in leadership, in management, in other areas. Like, what's to say that doesn't actually make him more qualified than someone that has only spent their entire life coaching in men's football programs?
Playing, then coaching.
Yep.
The one system.
And last time he coached at Essendon, it worked beautifully.
Absolutely. So why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you go back?
I think he took some time off. He's let it come back.
He just recognised he needed a break.
Is it all part of his plan?
I think this was
this
was the plan for
a great documentary, I tell you.
Oh, they're already filming it.
So, Kate, last Sunday, how good was that? At Marvel, 20,000 for the AFLW, Carlton Saints, high-scoring game. So the progression, it just keeps improving each year.
Absolutely. And who would have thought not playing a game of football on a windswept venue means that it's better quality football? How incredible is that?
Yeah. I like this.
That's life-changing, isn't it? If only we knew this earlier.
And fans can go early and see 2 games.
Wow.
The women and the men.
With all due respect, it was incredible. It was so good. It was a good spectacle, a good game of footy. And yeah, I think like a lot is spoken about where to play women's football and like having played on some of these venues, like they are genuinely windswept. There is a wind tunnel, whether it's across the field, and a lot of the time it's a cross breeze as well, which doesn't mean there's a scoring end. All it means is like your ball drop's affected, the flight of the ball's affected. Like they are really challenging conditions. And I think sometimes is that a carton?
Challenging
That's a
talking
carton,
while
isn't it?
the phone's going off.
That was Jake Niles. It's got some breaking news for me.
Do you want to get it?
I'll get him after.
And like you see the boys play at Ballarat and things like that, and the quality of football is less because of the conditions. And having the girls be able to play on a fast deck at Marvel, it's really sad. The first time I got to play at Marvel was last year in the Legends game.
Is that right?
I never got to play any of my professional career at Marvel. And
so Strawny got to play at Marvel before you did.
Yes, and that's like hilarious and also very disappointing.
Tragic. No, it's very disappointing. You're allowed to be disappointed.
It's also like I'm playing a game where I'm against, like I've retired many years ago. We're playing against people that are there to have fun, great cause, but that's the chance I got to play on Marvel. And now that these girls get the opportunity to do that, I just
when the
hope
roof's on,
more.
It's so loud.
Yeah, it is. And it was a good
Essendon
atmosphere.
Hawthorn did play their first game there and got a good crowd.
It was brilliant.
But it sounded loud.
Yeah,
So
and
Marvel's
the quality of
fantastic.
that game was so good, and to have waited so long to have another opportunity at it, I'm glad it was successful. I'm glad the game was a ripper. I'm glad a lot of people turned up early, and I really hope that we continue with this formula because it's clearly going to improve the standard and the reach of AFLW.
Ultimately, you've got to align the seasons. Ultimately.
I just don't know how it works from a broadcast perspective.
Yeah.
Because I think if you align the seasons, there's no way you're playing 18 games of football in broadcast slots. Like there's no way.
Yeah.
And we all know the league that will be moved or not broadcast as much.
Let's not
if it
assume
happens.
anything. Let's not assume anything.
But it
Yeah,
could
you're right.
certainly-
Friday night, it will be AFLW,
will
not,
be.
not the men's footy.
But do you think it could be still moved forward a bit, more double headers, because it still finishes late November?
Yeah, it's
I
still
think
that
it's a
period
long
of footy fatigue.
AFLW year.
Yeah, and I work across footy all year,
yeah.
and by the time it does come around, like I love AFLW, and I'm so excited about the prospect of it. It's the thing that I love the most. But even I am over football by
Yeah.
the time it starts,
Yeah.
to be completely honest. And there's no doubt that the general fan feels like that as well. As a player, I didn't love it in summer. Now, as a broadcaster, I think that's where it should sit. I really
okay.
do. And I don't want to generate this conversation more around where it should be played. But if I'm sort of planning the season, I'm having the women's grand final at Gather Round, and I'm working backwards from there because everyone from the footy community is there.
It's a great idea.
It's a massive festival of footy.
Yeah.
Or at least, if that's not where we're going, we need some showcase of women's football at Gather Round. That's, I think, the next step we need to take because everyone converges on Adelaide for a weekend of footy, and there should be some representation of our female athletes there.
Yeah. Because it's in the middle of the off-season
It
now,
is,
isn't it?
yeah.
So the timing's
It's not perfect for that,
yeah.
but yeah, I think if they can come up with a solution for that, it's a good way to showcase it.
Oh, there we go. You heard it here first. Kate Mack's push
Yes.
for an AFLW grand final at Gather
won't
Round.
Now it's called Make Me Good at Golf.
Yes.
Three mates just trying to get
Good
good
at
at golf. How come you've got yourself into golf? And
So-
how good are you becoming?
I enjoy it more than I'm getting good at it. I think we all know we're only as good as our last shot and their last round where you have one shot that keeps you coming back. But I got into it really because I sort of hadn't found anything post-footy that I could get that sort of competitive side of things without having to be at the peak of my fitness because I don't really have a whole lot of time to dedicate to physical activity anymore. And I think as someone that had run a lot in their life but had run with a stopwatch and not really understood what it's like to just go for a jog. Running isn't something I enjoy either. And I sort of started it to really connect with a lot of the guys that I work with, to be completely honest, because they all play golf. A lot of them played through their playing career, and a lot of them, the other ways that they connect is going out for a lot of drinks after a game and stuff. And I'm not really a big drinker, and I found golf could be the good connector with that. So I sort of started. I started at the range a lot more before I played around at golf because I was far too scared to go on a golf course.
How far back are we winding the clock here?
Oh, like probably when I was like a kid, I'd go to the driving range,
Okay.
the set of kids clubs, and then the probably seriously like 2 years ago, got a set of like women's golf clubs, and
Yeah.
then for I reckon 18 months I was like I just went to the range, like regularly went to the range. Had no idea how to get any better, what I was doing, but I was too scared to step out onto a golf
Right,
course,
okay.
like way too.
It's very
scared.
intimidating, isn't
is.
it?
Yeah, and
But it's such a it's to me that's such a professional athlete attitude. I'm
Yeah.
going to go to the range for 18 months.
yeah, true.
And then I'll go on.
But
to
it was
the course.
it was genuine fear of a golf course.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know what I could or couldn't do. I didn't know what I could or couldn't wear. I didn't
Yeah.
know like if I rock up. I've only ever watched professional golf. If I rock up and I hit a bad shot, like it is my first round,
Is
can
there
I
a
kick it
marshal
back
that-
onto the fairway? Like what do I
Marshall
do?
comes out, go
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, literally.
Can't hit the ball like
I had
that.
no idea. So I went and saw Grace Lennon at the Melbourne Golf Park, who's my golf coach, and sort of I went for 3 or 4 lessons before I'd had a round, and then was like, can we go and play a round together? Because I was too scared to go out on my own.
So where did you go?
So she actually is a member at Kingston Heath, and my first round of golf, it was at the Furrows. I played the par 3 at the back. Yeah, that wasn't my first round of golf at Kingston Heath.
I think you should go with Kingston Heath though. That's
Top 10 in the world straight away, baby.
And then the first round I went on my own. I made my wife come with me and walk the course because I was too scared to go on my own.
She doesn't play.
Nah, so she just walked around with me.
Right.
And I met the nicest young man. I had the best experience. It was just at Riverside, which is the public golf course that I literally live across the road from.
Yeah.
Playing 9 holes, and a young guy, I was at the same tee time as him, and I just wanted to go on my own. It wasn't busy. And I was like, I'm at this time, like, go ahead. Like, I'm new. Like, I'm really new to golf. I'll just go behind you. And he's like, we can go together. It's seriously fine. And I was like, okay. And he was the nicest guy I've ever played golf with. I've been down to his local footy trainings. It's just like,
Yeah, nice.
and that's
Yeah.
the other thing that I love about it.
Yeah.
It's a great connector, isn't it?
It is, and people are very happy to play with complete strangers, and it's really lovely to meet different people, particularly when you become a member somewhere. Pete and I do it all the time at Greenacres.
Yep.
You'll just put your name down and you'll meet 2 or 3 different people, and it's great.
I think that also
connection.
adds to the anxiety of it when you're new. Because you have this feeling, you're like, oh, I don't know how good anyone is going to be on a golf course, and that fear of, oh, what if I keep them waiting? Like, what if I'm really, really bad at this when I go out and play, and then it's a stranger that is like, oh, hurry up, come on. But I've never experienced that.
But over time, but you've never judged anyone for being shit, have you?
Not at all.
No.
And
So
Haven't played with us yet. Haven't played with us.
yeah. But people tend not to care about the other people in their group.
They all care about their own
As long as you're
game.
being decent company and you're not being slow as shit, it's fine.
Absolutely.
He's the commissioner of pace of play.
Okay, yes.
So when we do play,
it is my pet hate.
Yep.
You got to keep that shit moving.
Yeah, that's fair.
You got to keep
Absolutely.
moving.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
And the
Go to
thing
your
that does
ball.
frustrate me though is like when everyone like it's a slow day, so it's clearly a busy day at golf.
Yeah.
And the people behind you start hitting up on you, but you can't go anywhere
you
either.
can't- yeah,
It's like,
I know.
well,
Come on.
we would let you through, but you're just going to get stuck as well.
That's
So
Sense of
we're all
reality
just
there.
out here. It's a nice day. Let's just enjoy our surroundings,
Yeah.
Lehmo. All right, let's just enjoy it.
I'm hitting up on you.
Now, Kate, do you have a handicap?
Yes, I do. I think it's 20 at the moment. So in 6 months, I've sort of got it down to 20.
What'd you start at?
What's the biggest?
But you would have gotten
Pete's
you would have
25.
gotten a first official handicap.
I think it was like 34 or something, my first
You've
official
got 34
handicap.
to 20.
20.
Yeah.
Great.
And I play at Heidelberg, and it is really hard because of how hilly it
It's
is.
hilly, yeah.
And now when I go play at other courses, I'm like, oh, I'm glad I've tested myself
the
at
ball
Heidelberg. It's all
rolls a bit
flat and
more.
rolls.
Yeah.
Heidelberg's a nice course.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful course.
Yep.
Nice public
So
Yep.
Al
course.
Nicholson's at
He is,
Heidelberg, so you
yep.
play a lot with him.
Yep, I
Channel
do.
7,
And
yep.
Jason Taylor, who's an audio tech for Triple M, was sort of my in at Heidelberg. He's a legend. Play every Thursday with him, and then we go off to Thursday night footy as well. But it's been great. It's honestly been the greatest thing for my mental health as well.
Yeah.
Like I play, as I said, Heidelberg, a bit of everywhere, Riverside at times. And it's a public golf course with 9 holes, and people let their dogs on it. It's a real public golf course. And there's still times, every round I look around and I'm like, I'm surrounded by green, by a river, by out in the sunshine at times. And like, how could you ever be mad on a golf course, really? Even if you're having the shittest round of your life.
Well,
Take a minute and look around, because it is beautiful.
You can
and it
feel
is
bad for
beautiful
2
to be
minutes
out
about
there.
your shot, then you
And
move on with your life.
And then you think about Collingwood's last game of the year, 2 more minutes.
2 more minutes, just 4 minutes.
And then you're
That's
done.
4 minutes.
and then you're done.
I want to catch up in a couple of years and just to see whether that
Okay,
Well, you know,
non-anger on the course.
let's go.
one of the best bits of advice I've heard is via someone else, but it's Jeff Ogilvie advice that they gave to this other person that they gave it to me, and that is, you're not good enough to get angry.
Yeah, I love that.
And it's really great. You just got to remind yourself, I'm not training 5 days a week.
Yep.
I'm not playing 100 holes a week.
You did forget that in Darwin, though, because if we had the swear
mate.
jar, you could have funded a reno at the clubhouse. It was,
And they do have a swear jar, I did see.
I was not in a good place, Coach.
I think that's the thing that also, like, I learned, like, to start with, it was just like, oh, like, I'm new, and you'd hit a good shot and be like, whoa, that was awesome, like, how good, and then you'd hit a few, like, a lot of shit ones, and then be like, oh. But then as you sort of do get better, your expectations start to go up.
Yes.
And your
when
handicap comes down.
Yeah, and then when
Yes.
you have a bad round, you're like, oh my God, like, oh. And then I remember messaging my wife one day on the course and was like, this is awful. I'm so bad. I'm never playing golf again. And she's like, you've been playing for 6 months. What are you talking about? She's like, you're not a professional athlete anymore. I was like, you're so right.
well, I
been there.
we played Live Golf Pro-Am. I got to play with Tyrrell Hatton.
Yep.
All right. And one of the best golfers in the world. And I said to him, your ability just to put the ball so close to the pin is just amazing. He goes, yeah, we practice that a lot. It's almost like, so why can't I do it? Yeah, we do. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. My wife she's decided to, if you can't beat them, join them.
Yes.
So she's been out of the range a couple of times recently. She starts her first lesson, a 6-week kind of course, I think this week.
Yep.
What advice would you give to my wife starting out on her journey?
I reckon get your first round in early.
Okay,
and
yep.
go with people you feel comfortable with, and like learn the etiquette of golf as you're going. So I tried really hard early to know what I could or couldn't do. Probably too much, but I was too afraid of doing something that was wrong and not doing the right thing in regards to who goes first or like where you sort of even just sort of I guess like practice on the green and stuff like that, like fixing pitch marks, making sure that you're like looking after the golf course and doing things the right way.
There's 100 little pieces of etiquette around golf, and some of them are a bit stuffy and are a hangover.
Name one. Just one that
sometimes
we need to.
Just one.
Sometimes, well, when you're around, you're happy to talk while I'm teeing off.
What?
So that's one.
Oh,
What was that you've decided to ignore?
What was that?
Do you need strict silence, do you?
She's had to go back.
Do you need the paddle
I
held
kind of
up?
don't mind if people are a little bit focused on my tee shot instead of just shooting shit 1 foot behind me while I'm trying to tee
This is
off.
coming from the bloke who you'll be over a putt about the
talks all
putt,
the time,
and
doesn't
Lehmo goes, "What are you putting for?" Like, mate, I'll let you know what.
And what about when he lines up? Before the start of his 4 putts, he always says, "Which way's this one going?" Every putt he asks. That's the etiquette. Just hit the bloody ball.
Walk around. The other one that Flem's unencumbered by a lot of these old etiquette rules. He's happy to stand in your line when you're putting and just finish his off. He'll stand both shoes directly in your putting line and knock his in.
Reading the putt.
And
No, you got to use your feet.
Actually, you know what's also really good to play early? An Ambrose tournament.
Yes.
Really, really
We
good.
did that over summer actually, and she made a big 10-foot birdie putt to finish the hole, and that was
the least pressure you ever
Yeah.
feel because you have 3 other shots at it, and even if you step up as the last person to take that shot from that spot, and the 3 others before you have been absolutely poop. If yours is poop too, it doesn't matter. Everyone else's was shit, so we just take the shittest one.
You know what I wouldn't suggest you play first up, and we did it as a 3-hole challenge, is worst ball at Ambrose.
Oh, that could be challenging.
And we just released it a video. That's not good for your confidence.
it's not good for your confidence.
3 holes took us about an hour and a half.
We had 15 on the third. Yeah,
Just been released.
15.
Yeah. Well, the pressure's on because you all have to make that 4-foot putt.
Yeah.
So
Otherwise,
Alrighty, quick one from our friends at Dan Murphy's. Father's Day is coming up, and look, as dads, we know exactly what we actually want, not another pair of socks, a nice bottle of something. The good news is Dan Murphy's has Father's Day sorted at low prices. We're talking wine under 30, spirits under 50, beers, the lot, over 20,000 options. That's more choices than clubs in your bag and a lot easier to pick from. Nobody beats Dan Murphy's. Found it cheaper? They'll beat it. T's and C's apply. Choose to drink wise.
What are the strengths and weaknesses to your game?
I've sort of started to get my driving. My driving's always been okay, but it's far more accurate now. So good distance off the drive, but now sort of hitting the middle of the fairway most of the time, more often than not anyway at Heidelberg.
Nice.
And then probably just like approach shots still probably the weakness. I find it really hard to find somewhere to practice that.
Yeah.
To practice like a chip shot
70 or
that's
an
more
80
than
metre. Yes. Chipping and pitching's hard.
Yes.
Let's have a look at a Kate Mack
Oh,
swing.
here we go.
Because I've got to say,
nothing wrong
that
with
is
that.
a
Good.
bloody good swing.
Good.
So I've tried really hard to get that rotation because at first it was all arms.
And the follow through.
But you do.
You're getting off
Holds
that back
it.
foot, aren't you?
Yeah, I think that's a cricket thing. I reckon also the other cricket thing is you try and lean back on the shot. That's the
my
real
problem.
thing. Yeah, when I hit a
Yeah.
bad shot, it's because I've leant back on it rather than through it.
And we get
So-
taught to hit through the offside, which is a massive slice.
Yeah, that's it.
So my
Which is-
focus
yeah.
at the moment, next time I play, is to get more on the front foot. So it's about 60%. You're supposed to be on the 60% front. You think?
Depends on which shot you're
Through
playing.
the shot, yeah.
Yeah, off the tee. If you're driving,
Off the tee, yeah.
that's what I'm trying to get more
Should you be?
more on the front.
Am I leaning back too much?
I got
Was that
no idea.
was that my problem in Darwin?
I've got no
But
idea about our driving.
Flem is to watch him drive. Like the only good thing about Flem's driving is the result. Like everything else is like I'm amazed. Like he just hoiks it, and he almost like he's unbalanced at the end of it.
Yeah, most of the time.
It's
But
strange.
that's why I am trying to get off the back foot.
that's why I
onto the
love
front.
But the result is like, why would you change it?
Yeah.
Like you hit your drives, and they're often, most of the time, dead straight. There's not even like a curve unless you're trying to do a fade or something. But they're straight as well.
Yeah, but I reckon I can get more distance if I get onto my front
I reckon
foot,
cricket has been the thing, though, that has changed a lot of the technicalities of sport. So cricket, like it was, play through the V, keep it on the ground, and then T20 comes along. And it's like, well, all your technique goes out the window.
Yeah.
But that's why all the Aussie boys and girls are great golfers now because they know how to hit over cow corner.
Yeah, but
which is a nice
It
golf
also
swing.
is like there's different ways to get the same outcome. And I think golf for so long and everyone that plays golf wants to look a certain way when they play golf. But if you're getting the result that you need, that's all that really matters.
Are you suggesting there might be ramp chipping coming into golf?
Yeah, imagine flicking it over
Just
like
flicking it over the shoulder.
You probably don't want to be. You don't want to be 360 degrees in golf.
No,
do
I wouldn't
you?
have thought.
That could be dangerous.
No, but if you're getting the right outcome, then you don't have to be technically looking. And even the pros now, they all look different. They don't all look the same when they hit a shot.
That is true. And I try to comfort myself with that thought sometimes, Kate, that if I just practice heaps with my slightly shit arrangement,
you'll be right.
that I'll be all right. But I don't know.
You are long ball though. He hits a long ball.
Our mate JL at Titleist was when we had our little bunker lessons. He was saying, how people will open up their stance to get out of the bunker. He goes, that's just what people have seen that over the years. But the way the clubs are now, you don't need to open up your stance anymore. So just
just have a normal stance.
just get yourself
in
all
the bunker,
settled in.
yeah.
Open up the face.
Yeah.
Open up the face.
Open up the face. So what have been to date, Kate, some of your favourite golfing experiences? Have you played with some really interesting people or amazing golfers?
Yeah, I think we played an Ambrose tournament at Heidelberg, and I played with Al Nicholson, and he is a seriously good golfer.
What's he
They
down
got
to
three,
now?
hasn't
Maybe like 2, I think. Yeah, he is a good
He
golfer.
looks like a good golfer.
I saw him at Brisbane at the airport last week, and that's the first question I asked him, what do you play off?
And what, two?
Oh, there's 2 or 3, yeah.
He's probably not playing as much as he'd hoped to recently. But yeah, so him, Jace, and then Italo, who's the president at Heidelberg, we all played in an Ambrose. And it was one of those days where like every time you needed someone to just hit a good shot, like we were up against the wall, someone would. We eagled the first hole.
Good stuff.
Al just drove us down on this par 4, and then Jason Taylor chipped us in from the bottom of sort of the lofted green there. And Al went up to have a look and was like, when we were about to take our shots, he was like, "Don't worry, guys, it's in. Like, it's in." So then we trotted off, and that set the tone for the day. But that was so much fun. And then playing down at 7 Mile in Tassie, that was
what was that like? Talk us through that.
Incredible. Like this was when I was literally brand new to golf. And I'm playing 7 Mile, lost about 10 balls, I reckon, for the day.
I'm doing it in a few weeks.
I've not played Barnbougle, but I've heard a lot of people and say how good it is.
Yeah.
It gives it, like, without playing, it would take a lot for me to say that that's not the best golf course I've ever played on.
Wow.
For the type of course that it is, and for the scenery, and for everything that's around it, it's just a beautiful experience playing.
We have to get, although Peter's about to play it.
Yeah,
You're playing it soon, aren't you?
Yeah. So I'm there for a few days doing a gig in Tassie, and I just went, I'm going to go down a day earlier and play 7 Mile Beach.
Yeah.
So booked in.
I love it. Now, Kate, we've got a few questions that we ask everyone, all of our guests that come on. So first up, at 11 a.m. tea time, what time do you arrive at the course?
Oh, I'd get there at like 10 and have a few hits in the cage and then some putts as well. I can't not warm up. Like if I don't warm up, my first 9 is horrific.
Yes.
And whether that's now mental or what it is, I just need to warm up and get a few shots away.
So that's so you spend that hour warming up, hitting balls.
Yeah, not quite the hour. I'd probably be a bit fatigued by the end of it.
Do you go and get a coffee and a little snack or something?
Yeah, and then just get ready to, be around the tee box at sort of 10 to, so you're not keeping anyone waiting.
What are your snacks of choice in the bag? What's in the bag?
I do like to take some pretzels, make a little sandwich at home. I feel like kids' snacks are the perfect golf snacks.
Yeah.
Because they're pre-packaged. They're ready to go. A Cliff Bar is also good for some sustenance as you're going.
I quite like a packet of Allen's Party Mix. That really gets me around the course, I've got to say.
He's got a sweet tooth, Lehmo.
I do have a sweet tooth. Okay, a friend of yours shanks a tee shot. Do you say nothing, encourage them, or pile into them?
It depends who it is.
Okay, let's say it's one of your Triple M buds.
They'd probably berate themselves, so there's no need to do it for them.
Daisy, so let's make it specific. Daisy Thomas.
Yeah, he'd obviously give it some. Like he'd tell himself how bad he is at golf.
Right,
and
okay.
then
For example, Rob, can we get Lehmo shot from Darwin?
Oh,
What
yeah.
would your reaction?
Oh,
What would your reaction to this shot be?
Okay.
Okay, can I just provide, sorry, Rob, just before you play this, just pause it. Here's some context.
Okay.
We've been super excited about playing Darwin for ages. We get there, it's beautiful, it's 31 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. We get to, it's comp day.
Yep.
It's more than that. Explain what it is.
It's the monthly medal.
Monthly medal.
And it's a stroke day. It's not stable for the stroke.
Okay.
So you're counting
Everything.
every shot. I get on the first tee. I hook my first tee shot into some houses.
Okay, so we're hitting a provisional.
So I hit a second ball.
The group behind us are watching.
Group behind us are watching. I hit a second ball. I duff it. It goes into some bushes, but these bushes are super thick, the types of bushes where you just don't find your ball.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm able, the group behind goes, you can take a drop out of those bushes just there. So I take the drop. So this now effectively, my third off the tee, and I've had to tow a penalty here. So effectively, this is my fifth shot, and I'm 10 metres in front of the first tee.
Okay.
Here we go.
I feel like this
Good
is-
alignment.
This might not
Yeah,
go well.
Practice swing, Kate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks a bit tight to me.
He already looks a bit angry.
I am.
He is long ball though.
I am.
He can get on from here.
That was just a practice, wasn't it? Oh no.
That was a genuine.
So this is 6.
That was a genuine airy. So now I'm hitting for 6.
And you hit it like you missed it by a mile. By a
Just
mile.
horrific. You know what? I have, when I've had airies in the last 12 months, and I've had a couple, Kate. I've had a couple. It's always been when I'm slightly agitated for one reason or another. Remember the other one I arrived late at Southern with you and Fev because I went to the wrong course?
Oh.
I arrived an hour early at the wrong course. So I ended up having to
setback.
rush.
Went to Northern.
And I just,
Seriously. Went to Western.
I just get on.
This is what I'm dealing
With
with.
traffic in Melbourne, he was very late by the time he got there.
Yeah. So
God,
you
and I just
flustered.
rush onto the first
Yeah.
tee, hook my tee shot, and my second shot, I'm in my head, just going, went to the wrong course, and then I had an airy. Anyway,
So
I
it's
think
mental.
So would you
I'm
say
slowly
anything
working
there to
out.
Lehmo?
No, I'd just leave that one. I would let you guys
Peter
take
and
the
I,
lead there.
we looked at each other and gone, was that an airy? We're going to call this or not? And luckily you
I
did
turned
call
around.
it.
Yeah.
Concede that
he
was
owned
indeed
it.
an airy.
There were some times later on where we were not laughing in front of him, but we were making eye contact and
Yeah.
like having some.
We
That
had
monthly
that.
medal stroke day,
Yeah.
like that's
tough.
tough.
It
On
was-
a course you've never played.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
Never played the course. It was breezy, like it was a bit swirly.
It was too. Yeah.
I did par that hole though.
I've had one of those days where we had it was me and 2 mates, and then a member of the public was then joining
yeah,
us.
yeah.
And the first tee shot this guy hit was beautiful, straight down the middle. We're like, oh, geez, like
play.
we're on. And as we just kept going, he just sort of kept like kind of getting worse and worse and worse. And then it was like kind of awkward because like
Yeah.
the 3 of us are mates and we're all just there. We're just having some fun. Like I was still really new to golf, so I'd hit a shot and it would go where I want it, and I'd be like, oh, cool, that's good. And I think by the end of it, I was just like, I can't say that. Like I got out. I'm really good at bunkers because I've spent a lot of time in bunkers.
Yeah.
So I'm just like sort of straight in, straight out of bunkers
good,
because
yeah.
of how often I
Yeah,
seem
yeah,
to find the bunker early. And he couldn't get out of a bunker. And I was like, oh, and I was like sort of standing really close to him because
And you
my
know they're
ball
not
was
gonna
like
get
there.
out.
Yeah, and it was like 4 shots, and I was just like, oh my God, like what do you do? Like what? It's so awkward. I
up
was gonna be
your
like, oh, never mind. I was just like, just, and then he just picked it up, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna have my shot now.
just pick it up. Which is the great thing about Stableford.
Yeah, pick
At
it up.
least once you're out of the points,
That's
not
it.
you just pick your
Done.
ball up and move on.
Do you have a goal, handicap goal to get down to?
I would
or
like to
just
get
enjoy
to
it
10. I would love to get down to 10.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
You might as well make it 9,
Yeah.
a single figure.
All right.
Yep.
9.
9.
Well, you've dropped 14 shots already.
Yeah,
You'll be on the tour in 2.5 years.
You'll be a single handicapper by the end of the year. Hey, what about your dream team of 4 to play with? Which 3 players you can go global here? Who would you love to play a round of golf with?
Oh, I feel like I'd just choose my mates, to be honest.
Right.
I feel like it would be a bit awkward playing with professionals because of you'd
you
be
could
the
cho-
worst there.
See, I would always choose like a Bill Murray, for example,
Yeah, right.
who plays a lot of golf and would be amazing.
Yeah.
Well, you'd hope he'd be amazing.
He should be,
so. Yeah.
surely. I mean, I think I'd just go to like a Triple M crew.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love playing golf with them. They're so much fun. So
And it gives you content too.
yeah, it does.
The next time
Yes.
you're on air.
Yeah. Although, do I want to pick 3 of them and then offend a few others? Maybe not. Nah, I'd
Because
go.
playing with Bill Murray will give you no content whatsoever, by the way. Barack Obama, no content.
Any stories? Yeah.
But he doesn't talk.
Actually, let's go. I'll go some professional. I'd love to play with Nelly Corder. I love the way that she plays her golf.
She has Nelly Corder, I
Incredible
reckon,
swing.
has almost the most pure swing.
Yeah. And always
Of
you got to
anyone.
go like your cue when you're in your swing is the Coca-Cola, the Nelly Corder Coca-Cola.
Take us through that.
What
That's
what
the
is- what-
tempo.
Is that
So
right?
it's Coca-Cola,
like
and that's
that.
the tempo. That's what she uses.
Pepsi.
Yeah.
I never
Coca-Cola's
thought of
better.
anything. That's amazing.
Yep.
Flem and I used to channel Imby Park for a while. Can you remember that? Nope. Imby Park. Oh, okay, that's
Jarman Impey.
Oh,
Jarman Imby.
yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to start using Jarman Imby.
Chai.
And then probably Charlie Hull as well. I love how she plays her golf. And
Be careful if she gives you a scratchy ticket and you win money. Let's be careful of that.
Yeah, that'd be just what we needed, wouldn't it? Yeah, that was cruel, wasn't it?
It was a bit-
It wasn't cruel. Like, it was okay if she did it to people that were playing golf on the tour and had a bit of money. Like, it
Yeah.
was the audience she chose that I
She
think was
did.
maybe
She-
the worst.
Yeah.
She did say it was in their zone.
Yeah.
You know. that friendship.
And then the third, let's just go. I don't know who would want to play golf with 3 women. Someone else. Maybe. I'm trying to think of who else.
Well, you know, Rory.
Yeah, I was going to say Rory, but then I was like, maybe he wouldn't be happy with our pace of play.
No, but he'd be
No,
fine.
he'd be fine. If you're having
Okay.
a chill
He'd be
day, I think
All
it'd
right,
be fine.
Rory can join us.
Yeah.
There you go. There's our power.
It's a pretty good group.
Yeah.
It's a good group.
I'd be letting us down.
Do you enjoy? Do you ever have a drink on course, or do you wait till if you've got a relaxing day? Not obviously if you're going off to work Thursday night footy, but do you ever have a drink on course, or do you wait till the round's over? And
Yeah,
have
probably a
drink afterwards?
post-round.
Post-round,
beer. Yeah. If it's a nice warm day, definitely.
Like waiting to that. That
Yeah.
first beer afterwards just tastes
Yeah.
beautiful, doesn't it? You
Yeah.
felt like you've done your work.
Agree. Yeah.
haven't you?
Yeah.
Drive a buggy or pull a cart?
Pull a cart for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's part of the reason I play golf is to get some exercise.
Get some exercise, yeah.
Just cruising around in a buggy just doesn't seem right to me.
Well, this is where Pete and I had an issue up in Darwin.
Well, I'm always pull a cart. I love pulling a cart, but with Darwin, I didn't know what to expect. On the course, it was very hot. I decided to drive, as did Flem, and you decided to walk. Good on you.
I decided to walk, yeah.
But I did prefer
Anyway,
to pull a cart.
it certainly didn't help my golf.
I'll tell you what though, if you're short on time and you've only pulled a cart for a long time and then you get a buggy, you're like, we are flying here.
Yes.
This is the
Yeah,
quickest
yeah.
round ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like it takes your focus if you're with somebody else, because you get chatting about other stuff, which is fine. But if you're pulling a cart, you can be thinking about your shot as you walk to your ball.
Yep.
You don't have to go over there and then go over there. You
I
just
also
go to
feel
your
like it's a lot better, like mobility wise, that you're walking between shots. Like if you've sort of someone that's got some lower back issues or
Yeah.
whatever it might be, you've got your swing, then you sit down. Then the next time you get back up is to take another swing.
Yeah.
Then you sit
Yeah,
down
yeah,
again. Like I feel like the more that your body moves, the more you start to get the rhythm of golf as well. So I feel like that can help at times
And courses
too.
like Heidelberg and on Riversdale, very hilly.
Hilly, yeah.
You are getting a decent workout.
Yes,
aren't
it
you?
is. I've often done sort of a gym session first and done a bit of legs and then gone to Heidelberg and be like, oh, that was a bad choice. Like,
There's a big summer of Aussie golf coming up. Are you putting your hand up
Yes.
for any pro-ams? Are you know?
I am ready to play whatever
there
anyone
you go.
wants me to
Let's
play.
put the word out.
Well,
Well,
we can have
you-
a word to live. You and me can have a word
God.
to live.
Yeah, we'll
Because we're
pull some
played in the
strings.
program, and it's back. It's
Kate, have you ever seen someone flog a dead horse so much that the horse is actually no longer there? They're just flogging the ground.
Flogging nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the live
It's
golf.
funny.
The live golf joke he's making. I'm not sure that anyone's flogged a dead horse as much.
It's funny.
kinda
I talked
could be
about
live
flogging
golf
a dead
itself,
horse with
though.
Bryson DeChambeau, and we agreed.
To,
Yeah,
yeah.
you've dropped 14 shots. We can't wait to have a round
Yes.
with you, Kate.
I'm so excited for the summer of golf. I wasn't playing last summer, so this is going to be special.
Are you
Summer
happy
of
to go
golf
on the
playing.
course with us?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Whenever. Absolutely.
Love it.
Well,
And good luck with all the calling for the AFL and the AFLW.
and we can't let you go, Kate, mate, without giving us a tip for the AFL flag this year.
Well, I mean, I'm a Brisbane girl. I just don't know how anyone's going to beat us if we make it to the big stage, really.
That beats a big
Freo have been good. Freo, I think, are there, and I think Brisbane beat them in the grand final.
AFLW,
North. Haven't lost those 27 games.
I didn't really want to ask that, but I just felt like we need to even it out. But Kate McCarthy, thanks for joining us on Make Me Good at Golf.
Thank you.
Well done.
Before you head to the clubhouse, Father's Day is right around the corner, and Dan Murphy's has you covered with drinks at everyday low prices. Wine under 30, spirits under 50. As dads, we know the best round of golf always ends with something cold in your hand. So give Dad exactly that. Don't take a bogey on Father's Day by leaving it to the last minute. Nobody beats Dan Murphy's. Found it cheaper? They'll beat it. T's and C's apply. Choose to drink wise.